Krásný den, rockeři, je tady další díl Backstage. Zdravíme vás z festivalu Masters of Rock ve Vizovicích. Máme tady dneska úžasného hosta, je jím kytarista thrash metalové legendy SODOM, Yorck. Hello Yorck,
Hello.
Welcome.
Nice to be here.
Nice to be here. Nice to have you here too. It is amazingly hot today,
Yes,
right?
it is.
But you are getting prepared for your gig today.
Yes, of course.
Okay. How do you feel to be back in this area?
It's always cool to be here in the Czech Republic, and I love the whole scene. I love the old bands like Root and Master Hammer, and so it's a heavy metal country, and I like to play here.
We're glad you're here. I will ask you a few questions, maybe about even the history or the past of the band, if you
try
don't
to
mind.
answer, yeah.
Even though you joined the band in 2018,
Yes.
right? Did you grow up listening to SODOM?
Actually, yes.
You did?
It was even before I listened to Slayer, because some guys in my school who were also Rammstein fans don't like Rammstein, but they also listened to Slayer, so it was not a cool band for me as a teenager. And then SODOM came into my life, and that was
All right.
great.
Well, I think SODOM released their first album in 1986.
Yes.
It's soon going to be 40 years. There's a huge amount of CDs that or albums or you have released,
Yeah.
right? It's like 17 albums.
I think so. And there's also a lot of live records, and Tom has his side project Onkel Tom in German. So I think he's one of the most busiest German musicians at the time. So.
Right. The latest album, latest studio album, Genesis 19, it was released in 2020, I think.
During Corona, yeah.
Because you were already with the band, did you also contribute to the material?
Yes.
Did you work on it?
I think like 7 songs were by me, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, we worked as a band on the songs. So on one track is also one solo from Frank and one from me. So
Okay.
it's really cool. Yeah.
Okay. How long did you work on the album?
About 1 year. We started in the beginning of the year, I think, when Tony joined, and then Corona came, so we couldn't play any shows.
Yeah,
And then
so
we
you
worked
had a
hard.
lot of time to
Yes.
spend it in the studio and work on that.
Yes.
But 1 year is still quite short time for the whole album.
Yeah.
How did you record it? I mean, did you record it together or just one instrument after another? Or
We recorded at the rehearsal room, and first the drums, then guitars, and then bass. And afterwards we went into the studio from Ziggy Bem. He did a lot of Century Media records back in the 90s, like Morgoth, Covenant, Tiamat, I think also Samael, if I'm correctly. And he mixed it, and Tom did the vocal recordings there, because Ziggy has a huge analog desk in his studio and old microphones that sound pretty old school, so we wanted to get that 80s and early 90s sound back, I think.
I was just gonna ask about that because the sound is really raw.
Yeah.
Like going back to the type of sound that you used before or originally. Is it like a goal for you to continue in this raw sound?
Yes,
or?
of course.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
And why did you
Old
decide
school all the
so?
way.
Yeah, old
Yeah.
school. Yeah, very very good. Why did you decide for that?
It's what we all like the most. Tom grew up listening to Venom and Tank and all these old school bands, and he loves that raw sound, and I like it too. I'm a fan of raw black metal, for instance, so better lo-fi than hi-fi for me.
All right. How is it going with composing new music? You know, who writes the lyrics, who composes? How do you work with that?
Well, the music is mostly coming from us three, from Tony also. We're right now recording new material, and Tom is mostly responsible for the arrangements and for the lyrics. So
But you said Tony also
Yes.
works on it. Tony is
Also
the
with
drummer,
guitars, yeah.
right?
But he also plays a little bit guitar, and I think because he's more of a drummer, he has a different feel to his riffs. So he's a lot more rhythmic oriented, and he puts his fingers somewhere where Frank and me wouldn't think about it. And the new songs from him are really cool and fresh sounding to my ears.
Very nice. It's rare to
Yes.
hear that the drummer contributes to the
Yeah.
music or composes music. That's great.
I think
That's
he
good.
has like 6 songs already. So
Really?
a lot of
Okay.
stuff, yeah.
All right. Let me ask you about the latest EP, 1982. I was wondering, because I know only one of the songs. Are all the songs on the EP like going back to roots, like refreshed, or how did you compose it together?
The EP was originally a bonus CD from the 40 years re-recordings, and on this EP were 4 tracks from the early demos that we re-recorded. And 1982 was a new track that Tom and me did for as a bonus song that didn't make it on Genesis in the beginning, and we released it as a part of the 40 years anniversary of the band. And the goal for Tom was to finally hear the old songs as they were intended, and not like this ultra lo-fi, brutal, chaotic demo versions.
Well, I believe the fans were excited about
Yes,
it, right?
yes, of course.
Yeah. 2 years ago, you played here in the Czech Republic at Ostrava v Plamenech.
Yes.
I know that the playlist you played was all from Agent Orange
Yes.
album. Do you consider this album to be the top from all, or why did you decide to play just from that album?
I think, first of all, I have to say that was Tony's very first show with us after Corona, so it was quite an honor for him to do this. I think it's the most fan-favorite album. I myself think Better Off Dead is my favorite album. So,
Okay.
but it's up here with Coma of Souls from Creator. It's the German thrash metal album for the fans, so I think that's why everyone tries to get this show for the festivals now.
Right. Next week, I think you're going to play at your hometown, or Tom's
Yes.
hometown, Gelsenkirchen,
Yes.
right? Can you tell us a little bit more about it? Because it's going to be a very interesting
Yes,
show.
it's for the first time ever that all 4 big German thrash bands play together in Germany. Tankard first, then Destruction, then Sodom, and then Creator. And I think it will be a pretty cool event for the fans to see that. And it was sold out even before we got the opportunity to promote it. So it was just released on the Creator page, and boom, all the tickets were gone.
Oh, that's amazing. So what is the capacity? How many
I think
people?
it's like 7,000 or so.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm not sure. It's
Excellent.
at a pretty cool theater space, like where you go up, like one of these Roman
Right.
theaters. And it's also the place where a German rock art festival is held every year. So it's a pretty cool venue for such an occasion.
So are you thinking, or is it planned that because of the success, you would go on tour or plan more concerts together?
Don't think so. It will be a special occasion, and the 4 band leaders have to agree on that.
Of course,
So
of
it's-
course, of course. Okay, so today at Masters of Rock, we are celebrating the 20th anniversary here of the festival. Would you like to wish anything to the festival?
Pisanie pro satana.
Píseň pro satana.
I try.
You tried, but you said it very well. That's Okay, do you know any other Czech words?
No.
No, but that's
Maybe,
enough.
70 or
70?
wait a second.
But you definitely
I
know
just know
pivo,
the-
right? Do you know pivo?
Yep.
Yes, of course.
I just know the song titles from root, so I think that's all in Czech, is it?
Zjevení, okay. All right. Okay. Do you have any message to your Czech fans?
Stay true, keep metal alive, and bang your heads.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your show, enjoy your stay, and
Thanks for having us.
we're happy to have you here.
Go and have some Slivovitz now.
Slivovitz, yes. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Mějte se.